Imagine a sprawling haven nestled high in the Catskill Mountains, with crisp air and breathtaking views. The promise of endless entertainment hangs in the air like the scent of pine. Picture grand ballrooms echoing with laughter and music, sun-drenched terraces overlooking rolling hills, and generations of families creating cherished memories in luxurious surroundings. This was Brown's Hotel, later known as the Grandview Palace, a legendary resort that epitomized the glamour and grandeur of the Catskill Borscht Belt era. For decades, it stood as a beacon of leisure and escape, attracting celebrities, families, and anyone seeking respite from city life. But like a once vibrant melody that slowly fades, the story of Brown's took an unexpected turn, leading to its abandonment and a haunting silence where joyous sounds once echoed. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey to uncover the rise and fall of this iconic resort. We will explore its golden age, the allure that drew so many, and the complex factors that ultimately led to its decline and eerie stillness. Prepare for a tale of opulence, entertainment, and the poignant echoes of a bygone era. The story of Brown's Hotel began in 1919 when the Brown family purchased a small boarding house in Loch Sheldrake, New York. This modest beginning marked the start of what would become one of the most celebrated resorts in the Catskills. As the region grew popular as a summer escape for Jewish families from New York City, the Brown family steadily expanded their property and offerings. The Catskill Mountains, with their scenic beauty and proximity to the city, became a haven for those seeking fresh air and relaxation. Resorts, affectionately known as the Borscht Belt for the Eastern European cuisine often served, sprang up throughout the region, each vying to offer the most enticing vacation experience. Brown's distinguished itself through its commitment to providing top-notch entertainment, luxurious accommodations, and a vibrant social atmosphere. By the mid-20th century, Brown's had blossomed into a sprawling resort complex, boasting hundreds of guest rooms, multiple dining rooms serving lavish meals, and various recreational facilities catering to every interest. There were swimming pools, tennis courts, golf courses, and a private lake for boating and fishing. What truly set Brown's apart, however, was its legendary entertainment. The resort became a mecca for comedians, musicians, and performers of all kinds. Many famous entertainers, including legends like Danny Kaye, Sid Caesar, and Joan Rivers, graced the stage at Brown's, honing their craft and delighting audiences. The evenings at Brown's were filled with laughter, music, and dancing, creating an electric atmosphere that drew guests back year after year. Brown's has cultivated a strong sense of community over the years. Generations of families have returned to the resort, forming lifelong friendships and creating cherished traditions. The staff often became like extended family, and the familiar routines and social events nurtured a unique bond among the guests. For many, the resort became a home away from home, a place to relax, socialize, and escape the pressures of urban life. Brown's grandeur is evident in its architecture and meticulously maintained grounds. The main buildings exude an old-world charm, featuring elegant lobbies, spacious verandas, and beautifully appointed guest rooms. The sprawling property offers stunning views of the mountains, providing a picturesque backdrop for a memorable vacation. However, the golden age of the Catskill resorts, including Brown's, began to wane in the latter half of the 20th century. A combination of social, economic, and demographic shifts led to a gradual decline in their popularity. The rise of affordable air travel made it easier and more appealing for families to vacation in distant destinations such as Florida, the Caribbean, and Europe. Once the primary getaway for many, the Catskills began to face competition for more exotic and warmer locales. The cultural landscape of the Jewish community in New York also evolved. Younger generations sought different vacation experiences and became less tied to the traditional Borscht Belt resorts. The strong sense of community that had been a significant attraction dissipated as families dispersed and travel preferences diversified. Economic recessions and rising operating costs put pressure on the Catskill resorts. Maintaining large properties with extensive amenities became increasingly expensive, and as occupancy rates declined, many resorts struggled to remain profitable. Some of the older Catskill resorts, including Brown's, were slow to modernize their facilities and adapt to travelers' changing expectations. Guests began to seek more contemporary accommodations, updated amenities, and a wider range of activities. Resorts that failed to invest in renovations and upgrades risked appearing outdated and less appealing. The once vibrant entertainment scene in the Catskills also started to fade. As entertainment options diversified and tastes changed, the traditional comedic and musical acts that had been a hallmark of the resorts lost some of their allure. The rise of alternative vacation experiences, such as all-inclusive resorts and themed amusement parks, lured families away from the traditional Catskill model. In light of these challenges, Brown struggled to maintain its former glory. In the 1980s, it attempted to rebrand itself as the Grandview Palace, focusing on attracting a broader clientele, but these changes were insufficient to reverse its decline. The resort faced decreasing occupancy rates and mounting financial pressures. The once bustling ballrooms fell silent, the manicured grounds became overgrown, and the grand buildings began to show signs of wear and neglect. The vibrant energy that had once defined Brown's gradually faded, leaving an air of lost splendor. The Grandview Palace closed its doors permanently in the late 1990s. The expansive property, which had once symbolized leisure and luxury, fell into disrepair and abandonment. Stories circulated about its decaying state, attracting urban explorers and photographers drawn to its eerie beauty and poignant reminders of its past. Like many of the once thriving Catskill resorts, Brown's ultimate failure was complex, changing travel trends, demographics, economic pressures, and a struggle to adapt to modern hospitality practices contributed to its downfall. The magic that had once drawn generations to this mountaintop retreat eventually faded, leaving a silent testament to a bygone era. The story of Brown's Hotel and its transformation into the Grandview Palace poignantly reminds us of the cyclical nature of tourism and the challenges even the most iconic destinations face. A place's allure can be powerful and enduring, yet it is also vulnerable to the winds of change. Although the echoes of laughter and music no longer fill the air of this once grand resort, the memories of its vibrant past continue to resonate, serving as a bittersweet reminder of the golden age of the Catskills and the lasting power of shared vacation experiences. The rise and fall of Brown's is a compelling chapter in the narrative of American leisure, a tale of grandeur, good times, and the inevitable passage of time. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos.